News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by Tech, the power to make it work. In the headlines, WASA Executive Chairman apologizes for disconnection drive. Work on the new Tobago Airport terminal postponed due to the current COVID-19 health restrictions. And internationally, Scotland aiming to lift all COVID restrictions by August 9th. And now the news in detail. Chairman of the Water and Sewerage Authority, Lennox Seeley, has apologized for last week's disconnection drive. This, according to Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzalez. The drive, which was announced last week via a news release, was targeted at delinquent customers of the authority. The debt recovery action started on Wednesday with the disconnection of several customers in Barataria, San Juan and Chaguanas after what WASA said were numerous attempts to encourage those customers to pay proved futile. WASA promised to continue similar action in other areas under the Water and Sewerage Authority Act, which gives it the authority to implement several punitive actions to recover payments, including disconnection of service and sale of properties. WASA is owed $950 million by 35,000 delinquent customers. The authority has over 400,000 residential, commercial and industrial customers on its database. In more news, the National Infrastructure Development Company Limited, NITCO, has postponed work on the new Tobago Airport terminal due to the current COVID-19 health restrictions. In an updated statement yesterday, NITCO apologized and said the public will be notified in advance of any commencement of works once health restrictions are lifted. NITCO said the project will comprise the construction of a new terminal building and associated airside and landside infrastructure. Finally, on the international scene, Scotland is aiming to remove all of its major legal COVID restrictions in early August, the country's First Minister has said. Nicola Sturgeon was speaking as she confirmed lockdown easing would be paused for 3 weeks to allow more time for people to be vaccinated. It means mainland areas will not move to the lowest level 0 restrictions until July 19th. The hope is that the remaining rules will be lifted on August 9th. Ms. Sturgeon said this would allow life in Scotland to return to almost complete normality. The government, however, will not advise on immediate return to full office working on that date, and people will still be required to wear face masks in some settings. Scotland recorded 2,167 new cases on Monday, the highest daily total since the peak of the second wave in January, with the country said to have had the highest rate in Europe last week. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Sponsored by Tech, the power to make it work. Recapping the headlines, WASA Executive Chairman apologizes for disconnection drive. Work on the new Tobago Airport terminal postponed due to the current COVID-19 health restrictions. And internationally, Scotland aiming to lift all COVID restrictions by August 9th. Do enjoy your afternoon. My name is Vanessa Thomas. Aisha Wiles, she's up next.